What is up, guys? And today I'm going to be going over some of the footage from the Fallout 4 gameplay video that they showed at E3 at Bethesda press conference. So I'm going to go on every single thing. So this is a video I made so we can go ahead and review together. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and I'm going to be pointing out some things that you might have noticed, because I don't think anybody have noticed from what I see. So let's get into it. Ignore that. I actually thought I was going to make an entire video, but I decided to do this, so ignore the song. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is that, I mean, obviously it's very noticeable, everybody knows, but I just want to really talk about how much the female face has really has changed since like Fallout 3 to Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas, the graphics in New Vegas was a bit more, a little bit better. It's more clear, more clean type graphics in New Vegas, I would say. But they just show you how much detail it went into just changing the graphics. Yeah, but let's not forget they also They also improved the graphics on people's faces in Skyrim as well. So you can't count that out. So just the overall hair, just more detail. Instead of hair, it's like rather, I should say blocky. Here it's actually attached to the head, whereas really faded right here. Very like a watery kind of look to this, where on here is very like almost look like a wig, as I should say. Same thing for the males too. Okay, so here in this one, as you can see that the Pip-Boy, Todd Howard is saying how they tried to make the Pip-Boy very more entertaining, and as you can see how it looks more stylish, I should say, which I believe, yeah, it's a bit more different, I should say, because on this one, which is this is Fallout New Vegas right here, but I'm capturing phone. It's like a scroll right here. I believe I did not see a scroll on this side of the Pip-Boy, and it's very more. It looks very more stylish, I should say. And also another thing is that your Fallout guy actually moves now on the Pip-Boy rather than they just stay stationary on the old Fallout games. I thought that was a really, really good detail. And also endurance. Let me go back and show you that. And that's actually some new icons that I'm not familiar with. Where is it at? I think it's endurance. So it says endurance is a measure of your own overall physical fitness and affects your total health. It affects your total health and the action point drained from sprinting. So sprinting is, like I said, sprinting is going to be in it, which I already covered in my previous video before this. I really like the detail on this. I really love the detail on his hands as well. Okay, and I really like the fact that you can actually move your hand around. It makes it, like Todd Howard said, makes it really come alive more, rather than just like this where you're just staring at a piece of metal or whatnot. It says stats, your stats, inventory data, map, radio, and you can actually use holotapes now. What was that? What up? Oh, never mind. I just did a little wrist thing. But now that he said that you can actually play a game on the games, and we all know it's very fun to play games on a game. But instead of listening to holotapes, you actually, instead of like hitting a button now, like you were to do on the old Fallout games on the Pip-Boy, you actually put the tape in, so it really makes it more in depth, really makes it more believable that you're actually listening to a radio or even playing a game for that matter. Really cool, like a little tower game, I should say. And right here, I wanted to talk about is how the what's that called? The vault suits seem more tighter this time around than very loose and baggy than before in previous Fallout games, where as you can see here is very more like very you can see you can see the depressions of the wrinkles and whatnot and stuff. And on here actually the overall design is more slick. It's very more like thinner. And on here I can see the collar is a lot thicker or wider, I should say. And this is rather, medium thin type size, which is, I like the fact how they completely redesigned the entire suit, just a little bit, not completely redesigned, but just a little bit, to where it's more stylish. It's very much, it looks nice though. I like it. And here, as you can see, that the face, the new creation, which Shao was saying that is pretty much better than all the other Fallout games, or even Oblivion for that matter, all combined. So, as you can see on here, it was very, kind of very simple, very, not so great to look at. I should say, it's very, you couldn't see certain, things on your character that you made until you actually got done. But on here, it's very more in depth. He said there's no sliders. You can actually make any kind of character you want this time around. There's no like just changing the eye shape and stuff. You can actually go way into depth more, which I like. And just a little, example of how it looked before it now. And notice how that kind of blinked right there. That possibly may have been you added just facial hair just for this part of the cheek. That's very interesting. You got, Lazy Morning, Daddy-O, Chain, Dustin, Gentleman's League, Man's Man. Yeah, cool. I really like it. He looked like the guy from Mafia 2, the main character. Different shapes of the nose, lips, eyebrows. It makes it. You can make your character look a whole lot more different this time around, rather than you still. I mean, if you play Skyrim, you could make your character look unique too, but not as much as you would probably want it. You would want to. And you can play as a female. And for those of you guys out there who actually listen to those people on YouTube, like, there's a rumor going around and first saying that, you can only play as a male character because they want to make the story more in depth, or not in depth, make the story more like about the guy or whatever. And you can play as a female character. See, I told you, people don't know what they're talking about. That's why I don't believe all these leaks, because half of them are not true. He looks like Trevor. He looks exactly like Trevor. Trevor from GTA. And right here, I really wanted to show you how the overall graphics just improve. I mean, we know the graphics improve. We all know that. But I just want to show you. It's just like, I went up close on this, Wadsworth. Am I saying that right? I'm probably not, but I will. It's very like, this one around was very like, in Fallout 3, was very dry looking. And as you can see, it's more newer because it's more newer before the bombs fell. It's very shiny, and if you look closely, you can actually see the reflection of the room. So that's really great, because normally games with reflections, you just see a reflection of whatever they make up for it to be. But it looks like you can actually see a reflection of the actual room behind you, which is fucking awesome. Which I've never seen that in the game before. So show you how it looks. Same design. And to actually show you with this one, this shows you the just where it looks like after the bombs fell. It got a little rusty. It got less shiny. It's more of a dry look like this. But after the war, after the bombs fell, this is what these things actually look like. But this thing looks a bit clean to be after the war, or after the bombs fell, I should say. Just to show you how it looks in both of the times of tragedy. Okay, so one thing I want to show you about here is that this is happening. This seems like what they're going for now, which is very cool. You know how before you got random encounters in Fallout where you get a guy coming out of nowhere trying to shoot you or whatever. But this time around, it seemed like certain animals or certain like creatures pop out of the ground, and that's very unique, because you don't see that in too many RPG games today where your enemy comes out of the ground. And let me just go back a little bit, and it's really in detail how the actual ground comes up, because like normally I have seen this feature in other games, but when they do pop out of the ground, when some enemies pop out of the ground, they kind of just pop up and just show dust, but the actual ground doesn't be damaged. which I thought was very cool. And that's the actual mole rat. And one thing I forgot to actually talk about, or put in this video, I should say, is that when he opens his gun, you know how in Fallout when you open your gun, you just lift the gun up. There's no animation, nothing. You just lift it up. This time around, he actually cocked the gun back, and shoots it. I thought that was a very nice detail. And here's the look of the 10mm from Fallout 3, and now the 10mm in Fallout 4, which is very more stylish. I love this game, how it looks so much more stylish than its predecessors. I just love it. I like it a lot. I just like it. Very more attractive looking, I should say. Okay, moving on. Now this one, yeah, Howard. As Todd Howard was saying, that you can actually, there's like 100 words. I forgot how many he said. There's 100 words that you can choose from, and your character. So pretty much, you go around and somebody say, "What's your name?" and say it's Mark, and your character will actually say Mark. So this time around, they actually, I don't know how many names. I think he said about 1,000 names that he picked that you can choose from, where your name will actually be said in game. That is something that I was wishing to see in the game, but it's not there. Normally, you just put in your name, say, okay, whatever. It's your name, like in New Vegas. But I thought that was a very good attention to detail. Okay, so in this one, is that this place looks very familiar. Remember in Fallout 3 when you came out, you come down the road here to go to Megaton. When you first, play the game. You see this little gas station in Fallout 3, what it looks like, and it looks very identical to the one in 4. So possibly this is the same place, but it's just been remodeled just a little bit. I thought that nobody noticed that. So that was pretty cool. So possibly some kind of gas station, I would say. So it's red what? Okay, so in this one, I'm going to actually show off the gameplay. And I'm going to let that roll for a little bit to show you the difference. And I'll come back talking in a little bit. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move that. But let me go back to actually show you some things you may have missed, because I have not seen it the first time around. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. So one thing that this in this photo right here is nothing really mysterious, right? Just your character holding a, and actually like your mask can break this time around, which is awesome. But he's shooting something that is called Blood Bug, and we might find out what that is a bit later in the video. But as of now, whatever it is possibly some kind of bug, and it must be big if you're using this big ass Gatling gun. So it's going to continue on. All right. So one thing that I have noticed right here is that if you look right here, it says Museum of Freedom. Museum of Freedom. So possibly this place that he's in is called the Museum of Freedom. So that possibly can relate to some kind of, history museum, and he possibly was on there some kind of quest. So I thought that was very interesting. Museum of Freedom right there. Now there are so many different raiders in this game. Well, I'm so happy they did that, because fighting raiders in Fallout 3 wasn't boring, but it was only like a total of 2 to 3 different kind of raiders. But this one's called Raider Scum, which is an awesome name. And I just love how the gameplay in first person looks so much. If you ask me, if I were to say, the gameplay reminds me in first person of BioShock Infinite, because the graphics actually remind me of Infinite in a little bit, but just game's a bit more realistic. But you can see the bullet flies, and actually the bullets have like detail on them, which is really it's awesome, man. I just love it. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is armor, and this is energy. He's a level 4. Oh, that's awesome! Look. I just found this out right now. Your enemies actually have levels now, which is never actually was before. So now, before they didn't really tell you what level they was on, or they didn't have a level period. You just fought them. If it was hard, it was hard. If it was easy, it was easy. But this time, they actually have a level. So they're actually going way more into depth in the RPG than we actually thought. So your enemies actually have level now. So you're like a level 5, you're actually scrunking at him. And you're level 4, and he's like a level 10, you won't mess with him. So you actually have noticeability. You actually have a way to tell if you want to fuck with somebody or not this time around, which is amazing. Body parts, I go, nothing really new there. I do like the new interface, how it's it's a block now instead of like points. Raider Scum, and here's the actual probably the outfit you can probably loot off him. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Yo-Gao. I don't know if I said that right, but this is the Yo-Gao. They are back and more vicious as ever. They look like, I think it's a mutated bear / something else, I believe. But this gun is awesome. Actually, is that a bullet? Very cool. It actually seems to be in the woods type area, woody areas. All right, pay attention to that. Raider Psycho. Remember that name for later on. I'm gonna show you. Here's the Sage Breaker Sentry Bot, which is part of a new type of Sentry Bot. I actually love it that they actually got the docks in this game now. I love the docks. I don't know why. All right, here's one thing. Let me move this out the way. Here's one thing that, look, hold breath. You hold down LZ, LS. So in the old Fallout game, not the old Fallout games, in Fallout 3, you couldn't hold your breath. You had a sniper. But in New Vegas, they actually had a mod where you can actually hold your breath now, which actually makes the gun stable. This time around, they actually put that in the game, and so now it's actually a part of the gameplay now, which is fucking amazing. Move that over just a bit. These are possibly the new notifications of enemies being nearby. And this is something that you can now hit people not only with your fist and melee weapons, but this time around you can actually hit them with the gun now, which is very, very different if you ask me. That's probably going to be a new part of melee system. It's probably going to be a new part of melee where you can hit them with the gun down. That's the 10 millimeter he hit him with, I believe. And that's interesting. Very interesting. I love this sight. And here's the Behemoth, which is this is the Super Mutant Behemoth, I believe. And now you guys remember in Fallout 3 at Galaxy News Radio Station when you fought the Behemoth, he was big. He was like way up there big. This time around, they seem to be smaller. But then again, they must got a even bigger super mutant called Super Mutant Behemoth, which is probably like crazy big. And that's their new look on them. And this is the Mirelurk Queen, which is the... What do Mirelurks look again? Like, oh yeah, Mirelurk. Okay, yeah. So just in Fallout 3 and Mirelurks look very bluish kind of tone. This time around, they seem to took in the form of a brownish kind of color. And this is the Queen. So possibly you're near a nest or some kind. Alright, so right here we have another boss. Another raider, which is the raider boss. So possibly after you clear out all the raiders, you probably have to fight the raider boss, which has more armor. So that's cool. Now this is kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie, this is creepy. This is the Synth. Did I say that right? Synth Assaulter. Now this is an entirely new enemy. From what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's in the DLC, but let me know if it's new or not. But this is an enemy that I had never seen before, and this looked like a MP7 gun. I love the sights, by the way. But look at this. When he shoots him, pieces come off his face, right? And he's like, you can see his. That is so scary looking, man. But that seems to be some new type of enemy. He seems like a robot with a mind of his own. And that is, I have no idea what the hell that is. But the dog is tearing up though. So we got another raider veteran. We got the Fat Man return as well. And look at the raider veteran. I'm guessing the raider veterans this time around are a whole lot more tougher. They're like probably one of the toughest raiders you can find who actually got a hold of something like, you know, special armor. And that is some gun that we have not seen yet. Right, Raider Psycho, we got another Raider right here. So there's like what? We got the Raider, the regular, the Raider Psycho. So there's like 4 to 5 different type of Raiders in this trailer. I love this gun. It's like some kind of shotgun or some kind of new hunting rifle, I would say. And Super Mutant Brute are back, and that seems to be the saw-off shotgun. Now right here, this is the Super Mutant Skirmisser, which is a new type of Super Mutant. And this seems like you're in the outskirts of city, possibly somewhere near docks, I would say. And that seems to be the 10mm pistol that the automatic one. This one right here, and this one, you can see that you now have bomb notification. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You had that before. My mistake. But and this, now look at this guy. This guy's not shooting you, so he looks like some kind of super bunny. He possibly can be a new companion, or you maybe he's just doing the mission. So, but I thought that was interesting, that guy next to you. And here you got the new look at the laser rifle. So they look very sexy. We're at Scorpion. Oh yeah, move that. And now this is the new RADS notificator. Now these come out the ground too. So there you go. They come out that ground again. That seems to be the new form of bugs, or some kind of, unhuman things are attacking you that could probably come out of the ground. And wherever this area you are in, it seems very radiated, because it's very like yellowy, I should say. I just love the dust of detail that they went on them from coming out of the ground. There's that. Oh yeah. Okay, now this one is a Synth Strider, which is different from the Synth Psycho it was, I believe. This one looks totally different. So these are like robot guys, like iRobot shit. Amazing. Oh my goodness. So this time around, you actually can now get in your, Brotherhood of Steel armor instead of how you just put it on. And this is terrifying. A Deathclaw actually coming out of some kind of sewage looking thing. He actually lifts the top off and come out and fight you. That is scary, because if I turn around one day on that game and I see that, I'm going to fucking have a heart attack. But as you see, you're in a suit and you actually got an overlay of the mechanics in the suit. The rads, the health of the suit, the spot, whatever that may be. And I think this is the action points, I'm guessing, or just probably the how long you can, fly in the sky. Let me show you. I love this little American little area. Experience bar. Deathclaw, and this time around, it looked like the Deathclaw can actually do like an animation. If he gets you in a certain way, he actually kills you like that. That's really cool that they went in that depth. My goodness, Bethesda. But yeah, right here, let me show you guys. Right here, this seems to be the new Power Fist, so that's very interesting. And it seems like they now have a fight club, which is really cool. And as you can see right here, there is a girl with a big ass. I'm sorry, I had to say that, but look at that. Okay, let me stop getting off focus. Oh my goodness. Now, this is something that I don't think noticed. Look, did you see that? Dog meat. Now, that looks like a different dog from the dog we seen earlier in the video. He's very more grayish toned than the other dog. The other dog seemed like very brownish, I should say. But then again, I could be wrong. But that is dog meat, and I just love that sight right there. That's dog meat. Let me show you one more time. Dog meat. Look at that. He's either back, or you can possibly name your dog dog meat. Which I'm pretty sure you can name your dog or whatever. But you never know. Something to look out for. Now this is very creepy. Feral ghoul. The ghouls this time around are very zombie-like. They seem to move a bit slower. We only got a couple seconds to look at them. Oh wait, hold up. I think we actually got some kind of juicy stuff in this trailer, you guys. Gameplay, I should say. Nope, I think that's not dog meat. I think that's the regular dog, but you never know. The dog can actually be named dog meat. You never know. So you see how it moves very zombified, I should say. So yeah, I think these are the actual ghouls. Yeah, these are the ghouls from the first trailer I've seen. Because I think they was wearing that same thing. Yep. And some notifications down there. Actually, I'm gonna put it right there. Ooh, this gun actually looks like it's made out of wood. If you see that is very interesting. Wow. Now, remember earlier when I said keep an eye out for the blood bug name? This is the blood bug, which is the new looking enemy, which is more of look like a mosquito, I should say. And one thing I love about this game, man, is that it's going into detail with the enemies. The enemies can actually go into an animation where you can actually they get on you this time around, rather than them just attacking you. But this time, they actually go into like a little animation, which is amazing. Oh my goodness! So you actually push them off. Now, this is very interesting because look how he fell down. I have never seen that before in Fallout. So maybe this time around, actually add different death animations that they can die. Oh my goodness, y'all! I cannot wait! Actually throw the grenade more fluidly now, rather than just throwing it like a cupcake. Ooh, interesting. What do we got? A flare, possibly some. Oh, okay, I see that. I see. So you can throw in a flare to call a chopper to possibly land, jump. So I'm guessing it's like a pickup call. Now you got that gun. One gun is back. Brotherhood. Initiate. Tishade. This is really cool. How you can actually your like, little jetpack on your thing now. My goodness, yo. Raider. You can actually blow up this now. Shoot that. Amazing. Now, in this very last, you get a glimpse at the actual city itself. So this is possibly the little bridge in the first trailer of Fallout. They show where he's walking near a bridge. I'm guessing that's near this area. So you probably only got like a little glimpse of the map, so you can get a feel how the map looks. But let me just say this. What did you notice in this trailer besides the city? The detonator. So that means you can actually bomb cities once again in Fallout. Oh my goodness, you see the detonator right there. That is amazing. You can now detonate the city once again. So, which is bad karma. Most likely he detonated the actual city he was in the trailer. So, nice dog. So pretty much, guys, that is all for Fallout 4. Fallout 4 breakdown trailer. I hope you guys really enjoy it, because I did enjoy making it for you guys. So if you did, ooh, excuse me. If I did miss something that you have seen, let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to go back and take a look at it. If you did like the video, go ahead and like it, and go ahead, rate and comment, subscribe if you want to, and share this video around and get it around, because I don't think a lot of people notice some things that I pointed out in the video. It may have and may have not. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Keep calm and play video games.